Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Florence, there lived a family whose name would be etched in the annals of history. But for now, their story rests quietly within the pages of an old, dusty book. Open this book, dear traveler, and step into a tale of power, art, and ambition. Through these enchanted pages lies the story of the Medicis. The Italian Renaissance, a period of profound cultural and intellectual development that lasted from the 14th to the 17th centuries, owed much of its vitality to influential patrons who provided the financial and political support necessary for its success. Among these patrons, the Medici family of Florence stands out as a major force at the intersection of economics, politics, and culture. Over the generations, the Medici family used their wealth, strategic alliances, and cultural patronage to make Florence the center of the Renaissance and significantly shape European history. This is a family whose fortunes began with a bang and blossomed into a dynasty of dreamers and doers. Unlike many powerful families of their time, the Medicis did not win their throne with swords or shields. No, their magic lay in their outstanding business talent. Long ago, they came to Florence from the countryside, humble yet ambitious. It was Giovanni de' Bicci de' Medici who planted the first seeds of their fortune. With a bold foray into banking, he built a foundation that would soon transform his family's destiny. His son, Cosimo de' Medici, took the helm, growing the bank into a financial empire that reached far beyond Florence. Through the Medici Bank, wealth flowed like a river, connecting Florence to the great capitals of Europe. Merchants, nobles, even monarchs turned to the Medicis for loans, making them not only the wealthiest family in Italy, but a dominant force across the continent. With their treasure chests full, the Medicis did not hoard their riches. Instead, they shared it, building churches, libraries, and town halls that transformed Florence into a jewel of Renaissance. But before the Medicis wove their golden spell over Florence, art served a singular purpose: to glorify the divine. Under the Church's rule, creativity was bound by sacred stories and celestial figures. Artists were artisans, their imaginations tethered to tradition. But then came the Medicis with their vision. They became the guardians of genius, nurturing artists whose names would echo through history. Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, each found a home in Florence under the Medici's golden wings. And it was Lorenzo the Magnificent who brought the brightest stars together. Under his patronage, Florence became more than a city. It became a stage where art, science, and philosophy danced in harmony. The Medicis even revived the wisdom of ancient Greece, founding the Platonic Academy, where humanism blossomed, inspiring a world that placed people and their potential at its heart. This new focus on humanitarian and secular ideas sparked profound changes, challenging the Church's authority and reshaping society's view of faith. The Protestant Reformation emerged, altering the balance of power in Europe and forever changing religious discourse. In every corner of Florence, the Medici touch could be felt, from the grandest cathedrals to humblest streets. Their legacy was more than wealth. It was a spark that lit the fire of transformation. They painted a vision of a world where creativity thrived and humanity reached for the stars. As the Medicis wove their golden threads into Florence's culture, they also crafted an invisible web of power. With wealth came influence, and with influence the ability to shape the destiny of a city and beyond. At first, their power was subtle, a guiding hand rather than a ruling fist. Cosimo de' Medici, wise and shrewd, avoided official titles that might spark envy, preferring the quiet strength of loyalty and influence. He ruled as a shadow king, earning the loyalty of his people through grand projects and quiet control. His strategy ensured the Medici name became synonymous with stability and prosperity. Over time, the Medici web of alliances grew stronger. Through carefully arranged marriages and ties with the papacy, they turned Florence into a dynasty. Though the city retained the appearance of a republic, its heart beat with the Medici ambition. Even in a tale of greatness, shadows loomed. Rivals plotted and conspired, seeking to topple the Medici family. Yet Lorenzo the Magnificent's wit and alliances ensured their legacy remained intact, allowing Florence to thrive under their watchful eye. He elevated their influence to new heights. His diplomatic genius secured Florence's place among rival city-states, culminating in the Italian League of 1454, a pact that brought peace to the warring lands of Italy. Their reach extended even to the heavens. Giovanni di Lorenzo de' Medici became Pope Leo X, wielding both spiritual and temporal power. Two Medici popes, Leo X and Clement VII, wove their influence into the fabric of European politics and religion. But Lorenzo's legacy wasn't confined solely to diplomacy. His family became patrons of political thought, inspiring works like Machiavelli's The Prince, which was dedicated to a Medici ruler. Through their support of scholars and thinkers, the Medicis shaped the very ideas of leadership and governance. The approval of Machiavelli's The Prince by Pope Clement VII highlights the intricate intertwining of politics, religion, and intellectual life that the Medici family skillfully navigated to maintain power. Through strategy and diplomacy, the Medicis turned Florence into more than a city. They made it a legacy. Their rule wasn't born of force but of vision, blending art, economics, and politics into a Renaissance symphony.